Hello, everyone, and welcome to the very first episode of the Broguecast. I'm here with Dirt Lord.
I'm here with Co Reed.
I'm here with Garbo.
And I'm here with Adam.
No.
It's supposed to go full circle.
Did you not introduce yourself?
No.
That wasn't a circle. That was more like a six, bro.
Yeah.
Griffin went, I'm here with Dirt Lord. My name's Dirt Lord, dude.
Dirt.
Yeah.
All
And
right,
then I went Co Reed, and then he went Garbo. And then the only person that didn't get introduced was Griffin's. Yeah. He's got it. It's
a work in See, this is the first episode, guys. We've got some things to work through here. It's going to be trial and error. Yeah, I mean, it's just going to be a whole big thing. So what we're going to do first is jump into the PTS stuff, and then after that, we're going to jump into the community stuff. And before we do that, like, has anybody got anything?
I mean, that's why I'm called Garbo. So.
I mean, you know, the listener base will, I'm sure, you know, if they've seen it, yeah. They'll pick up on it.
They'll figure it out. Yeah.
So first thing I want to talk about here is King of the Hill just got better in a brand new core mode. It's the same best of 3 respawn mode. You know, you'll have more teammates. As in our 4v4 mode, you will gain points by securing and holding a control point. So these are some of the things that they've changed up. This new mode will replace extraction, which will move to a limited time mode. Each round lasts for 5 minutes. Each second on the hill gains you points, but you must remain within this area. The hill moves to a different location every 75 seconds. The first team to score 150 points or the team with the most points win when the time expires wins. Sudden death occurs if the losing team is on the hill when the match timer runs out and the game continues until every team member has been removed. King of the Hill has proven extremely popular within the community, and as a result, we believe it should become one of our core modes. While not as popular as other modes, we still love Extraction, and even though 6v6 King of the Hill will replace it, look for it to rotate in as a limited time mode in the future. So they're getting rid of King of the Extraction and replacing it with King of the Hill.
They say it's one of their favorite.
One of the community's favorite.
Yeah.
It ran for like a week.
Well, yeah. And this
I don't see it as a traditional King of the Hill. It's more like a Call of Duty hardpoint.
Yeah, exactly. Right.
I mean, we played it. It was all right.
Yeah, it was a decent mode, but
better than that other one.
Yeah.
I don't think it took over the core values of Extraction.
I like Extraction a lot. It was a quick game mode. That's what I enjoyed about it. It was something you could play fast.
Modes we can have.
Well, and that's the thing. It's like, why do we have to only have 3 core modes with limited time game modes in rotation constantly? Like, they've made 18, I believe it was 18 limited time modes so far. Extraction being one of them, and then Dodgeball, King of the Hill, and all those being one of them. Why do they have to like, this is the thing. You're not bringing in your player base back to the game because of your limited time modes.
No.
Yeah, I agree.
I mean, people will jump on there. They'll see a limited time mode. If they enjoyed it, if it's a reoccurring limited time mode, they'll jump on and play a couple of rounds. Or if it's new, they'll jump on and play a couple of rounds. But at the end of the day, you don't have players of the community fiending for a new limited time mode. I just don't see it.
No.
I don't see it either. Like, how many personal game modes are like not limited? Like only 4?
Strikeout, Demolition, and Extraction, but now it's going to be King of the Hill.
It's going to be 6v6 King of the Hill.
There's only 3. Like, why is there only
why is it only got to be 3
main course modes, and then all the rest can be limited time modes? Like, why is it
this is my thought on why it might be like that. And it's that they feel like maybe they don't have enough of a player base at this time to support matchmaking on all of the modes at once, because so many people will be split between the modes. They just, you'll be playing the same 6 people all day long.
Yeah. And
I can see that.
And I get that, but like they could still have a skirmish mode in there to where like I should be able to go in and multi-queue. I should be able to go in and check what I want to queue for, and then anybody else that's doing the same thing. Yeah.
Just about any other game has that.
Yeah. Paladins had that. It's
like, exactly.
Let me multi-queue and let limited time modes be its own skirmish like playlist that you can play, and it's all the limited time modes in rotation. I guarantee you, if they did that, people would be bitching about Extraction even more, because all the other limited time modes, except for Wingman, are respawn modes.
Yeah.
I mean, that's the issue now, isn't it?
Well, I thought the whole point of the game was just to be a tactical shooter anyway, and then when you're respawning constantly, it becomes a run and gun.
Yeah, exactly.
And I mean, I've seen that point made in other posts and stuff, but it was like, yeah, dude, because that was what sold me on this game, is the fact that you have to be careful.
Yeah. Yeah.
I feel like that's just more skill when you're having.
I enjoyed that more too, because you can't have a dude, because there's plenty of people that can get high kills but also have really high deaths.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They couldn't last on a mode like that. I'm great at Call of Duty. I'll go 20 and 20, but I have to be really careful on this.
If I'm on a run and gun, I'm playing a different game.
Exactly.
I'm playing Call of Duty.
Yeah.
Even outside of that, there's other games to play.
True.
Yeah.
Like, I mean,
if you're looking for a good tactical shooter, there's not that many out there. There's like Rainbow Six and what?
Counter-Strike, Valorant. But all those are first-person tactical shooters.
Valorant's like walking gun.
And Counter-Strike's been out for fucking how long?
Like at least 20 years at this point.
It's the same game too. It's just like, what?
Almost as old as the internet.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I think Half-Life came out in 89? No, 98?
Yeah.
99?
That's 89.
Yeah,
no,
that's what
so, bro.
Yeah. Well, and that's the thing. I think that, the idea of it being a third-person tactical shooter brought a lot of people into it because it was something completely different. And then, Strikeout was what it was. They touted Demolition as being the main core game mode, and everything else just kind of being an offshoot of that. And now as time's progressed more and more, it's become more of like, well, Demolition is where the tryhards play, and then everybody else that's quote unquote not tryhardy are playing all these respawn game modes because you get to respawn. It's like if
I'm not a tryhard though, but I don't want to play a respawn mode. I didn't like Strikeout when we first started playing.
Which is why we don't. And then, like King of the Hill, when you talk about the player base, like maybe they don't have enough. It's like, well, we're not going to play it.
Yeah,
I'm a fan of Hardpoint.
Yeah,
yeah. Extraction was our warm up, man. We do like 2 or 3 games.
Yeah.
Or if we can't play as long.
Yeah, exactly.
If it's going to be an early night, we can play a few more of those games as opposed to one Demolition.
So now we got to play like King of the Hill, or we got to play Strikeout, and they'd still be the equivalent time of Demolition.
And I'm glad they're adding the 6v6 modes, but to add it as like a main one too, that just means that we're going to have to find 2 randos.
Yep.
And we're just going to have to deal with 2 people on our team, more than likely.
Yeah.
With the matchmaking just not being good.
Yeah. Well, and
why don't they just go with 5?
Well, and I think that like the 6v6 aspect of it is the silver lining in all of it, because they finally introduced something more than 4v4. So if you're ever in a situation where 5 or 6 people's online at one time, then you have a game mode to play there. And I get that, and I appreciate that, but
it's a good plan too, though.
Yeah.
Just in the sense of marketing, because they want to bring people in. So you've probably got plenty of people that play like Search and Destroy or whatever on Call of Duty, and they've got a team of 6, and they want to play with their team of 6.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. And it wouldn't surprise me if in the future they didn't try a 6v6 Demolition, at least a limited time mode to see how it ran, so that they could get a 5 or 6 man stack and bring even more of that competitive scene, because Valorant, I believe, is 5 or 6 people. Counter-Strike Go is more than 4 people. I'm almost 100% certain on that. So it makes sense, but to me, they should have started with their core game mode and then worked it out from there, because if you're going to have Demolition as being your core game mode, then it seems like everything needs to be balanced around that. If you're not going to do individual balances for each different play mode. So they should have started with that and went from there and made balances based on that, and then moved into something like King of the Hill and Team Deathmatch.
Yeah.
So
I don't know why they wouldn't try to balance around that first anyway, because I'm pretty sure they're not having a King of the Hill or a Strikeout tournament.
They don't really treat Demolition as their like main game mode, though.
They haven't in the past few months for sure.
Yeah, they've been spitting on it and disrespecting it and letting people shit on the game mode, and then everybody's like, strikeout.
Game's dying, man.
Yeah. So I think it's safe to say that we all agree that even though the 6v6 silver lining is there, it doesn't justify it enough, in our opinion, to have those swapped out.
No, if you wanted to bring in a 6v6 mode and you could incorporate that in your core games you already had, just like you said.
Or just
start with demolition, or even start with extraction.
Yeah. Or just don't take extraction out. Just go ahead and add King of the Hill as a main mode and keep all the rest of the modes limited time modes.
Yeah.
Let us have 4 main modes.
Yeah.
Right. Just open up a new game mode. Keep it as a full time since everybody liked it, since that was the community's top pick game mode, right? That was it, right? That was King of the Hill.
And if I had a vote on which limited time mode got to become permanent anyway, I would have chosen dodgeball.
Dodgeball for
sure. Yeah, for real.
I really enjoyed that as a limited time mode.
I didn't play it enough to be a judge of it. I only played it once.
I mean, it's a respawn mode, sort of.
With a caveat.
That's what I like. Is that you had to do something to be able to get the respawn.
Yeah. Yeah. So, y'all want to talk about this arms dealer event that's coming up mid-season?
Do it.
Yeah.
All right, so the arms dealer event is back and better than ever. Complete missions, earn credits, and exchange them for shipments with unique rewards. Players will begin by selecting a mission from the list available. Once a player completes it, they will receive credits, which can be exchanged for shipments. Any unspent credits at the end of the event will be exchanged for reputation. Only one mission can be active at any given time. However, progress will not reset if a player switches between them, and progress is earned through any available game mode. So you've got 2 different types of missions here. You've got your standard missions, which are additional standard missions will unlock each time a shipment is unlocked, and standard missions are repeatable. And then you have exclusive missions. These missions are unlocked for 500 rogue bucks. Exclusive missions offer greater rewards. These missions may only be completed once. Rewards, there's 2 types of shipments. Standard can be purchased with event currency. There are 8 of these available in total. And special reserve, these will unlock after all other shipments have been purchased. So more or less, we're getting the arms dealer event that if you want to grind it out, you can get everything in it for free, or you can pay to unlock these exclusive missions. And we don't really have enough information about this, because if we pay to unlock the exclusive missions, you would think that either you would get currency off the top for spending money on it, or those missions would be easier to acquire and give you more of this credits or currency to be able to unlock these shipments. I think that in my opinion, it is a better way of doing a mid-season event, but I think that with the current, with the way that the battle passes and everything work, there's definitely a way where they could have a paid mid-season event where you get things that you actually want. For example, if they would have held out on the Hot Rogue Summer skins and put them in the mid-season event, and then have it to be like, okay, you pay for this skin and this skin and this skin, and you get this skin, but you also have other things that you can earn credits for to get rewards for. Kind of like the way they used to do Paladins. You could purchase the 3 skins, or you could purchase the whole pack and you would get a 4th skin for free, and then they would have emotes and titles, banners, avatars that you would use that particular currency for to actual purchase that through the missions that are in the game. And after looking at the rewards that you get for these shipments, I understand why it's free. I'll say that. Because you're basically getting a Dima recolor and then a bunch of chibi sprays and stuff like that, and a couple of titles.
Like stuff they had laying around.
Yeah, it's probably stuff that had been in development like early on, and they didn't know where to place it, so they just was like, fuck it, put it in this arms dealer event that's coming out that's free. I don't know, man. I understand the mid-season events and things like that, but if you're going to do it, you're going to have to treat it like a battle pass. They need to raise the battle passes to the next level, and they need to release the mid-season events and bring them to the next level, because right now it seems like a mishmash hodgepodge of stuff that they've had developed, and there's no theme, there's no consistency.
That's the big thing of it, man.
That's the big thing. It's just random.
I loved Paladin's theme. Every time there was a battle pass There's a theme to it. It was cool to see different characters have similar but not the same, skins. And I mean, how cool would it be if they did just like an Apocalypse fucking thing that would go along with Vi's Apocalypse skin and shit?
I was about to say, yeah.
Yeah.
Give 4 other people that through the battle pass. People would eat that shit up, man.
Yeah.
Try to license some shit if you can. Any little thing.
Yeah, or like they could also use the events and the battle passes if they didn't want to go the route of having specific themes for them. They could use that as storytelling devices, because I mean, we get like, a little tidbit here and there where it's like, well, Mac works for Justicar and he's after Ronin and he's after Demon, all this stuff. Well, we wouldn't know that if it wasn't for a trailer that came out. The battle pass that was introduced with Mac should have been tailored around that idea.
Yeah. That would have been ingenious.
Yeah, because you already get the prisoner Ronin skin. They should have put another Mac skin in there because Mac was a new character that was released. They should have put an on the run Demas skin in there because he's on the run. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then you could have like reconnaissance team, like that glitch skin, reconnaissance glitch. Just rename it from, urban glitch to reconnaissance glitch. Oh, well, glitch is trying to find out who's after Dema and all this. Like, give us a story within the battle pass and within the mid-season events.
Yeah.
Yeah, because Mac is like the very first character that comes in as the Justicar or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's just got introduced, and then the only thing that's been revealed on it is a trailer. And you're just what?
While we're on the subject of the lore of it, if they're gonna have a lore, they should at least write some more and put it online or something.
Yeah,
give us a little more backstory on that.
Yeah,
I want to know more.
People.
I think,
please give us some backstory.
It was the same with Paladins, though.
Yeah.
Because I would read a lot of the Paladin stuff, and you just only get bits and pieces. But it's like, man, this universe seems pretty cool, and I'd like to know more about it.
Yeah, for sure. And I think that either within the Switchblade update, which is what we're talking about here, the patch notes, or in the update after that, they're going to start adding character bios into the game finally.
Okay, cool.
Finally.
Okay.
Yeah.
Finally.
So
over a year.
Well, I mean, we know a little bit about some of them, like Lancer's a free runner who is a social media personality.
Yeah. Or, Kestrel's like a model and this mogul in Egypt.
Some rich bitch.
Yeah.
Designer.
Yeah.
Dolly is a cunty commander.
Yeah. Right. Yeah. So, and the only other thing that I wanted to talk about with this arms dealer event is a big problem that I have with the game in general. If you're going to give us challenges to do, why in the love of fuck do you make it to where we have to choose one challenge, whether it's from the arms dealer event or the weekly challenges or anything like that? Give us all the fucking challenges and let us complete them at our own pace.
I don't understand that.
Yeah, every other game I've ever played just lets you complete them all at the same time. You can get 3 or 4 in one match if you just do the right shit.
Yeah. Well, and here's what it does. It creates a false sense of grinding because
since it takes longer.
Yeah. And
keeps you there.
And my argument about it was you're still going to unlock everything at the same rate because take 2 challenges, for example. Let's say you got to reveal 25 enemies with a reveal, which would be, Dallas or Seeker or Phantom Sticky Sensors or anything like that. And then
radar dart.
Yeah. And then you have another challenge that's deny, 25 explosives or like projectiles with the active protection system. So you've got both of these at the same time. Well, you can only play one rogue at a time. So you're not going to if you play Seeker the first half of a game that goes 7 and 8, and then you play Anvil the second half of the game, you're not going to be able to deny 25 projectiles or reveal 25 people in the same game. That's just not possible.
Yeah. And what if someone picks the characters and you only get to pick them? It's like, well,
yeah.
Wish I hadn't armed those missions.
Exactly, right. It's kind of ridiculous. So moving on here, we've got AFK lever backfill functionality. We've received a lot of feedback from our community about players who will AFK or leave a match and their impact on your time in game. While we do have processes in place to discourage this practice, such as deserter penalties or, in severe cases, suspensions, We are adding a new feature to help alleviate these concerns further. Starting with Switchblade update, players who are detected as AFK or leave a game will be replaced by a bot. If said player reconnects to a match, they will then replace the bot. This is part of a long-term initiative, which we will discuss in detail shortly after PTS. So please be sure to share your feedback with us as we work on the system.
This is something new, right? This hasn't been going on for a while now?
Allegedly.
Okay. I like how they bring up some kind of system they're going to put into place, but then they're like, we're going to explain it later.
Yeah. They just did an hour-long...
Not really.
Yeah, they just did an hour-long live stream the other day explaining all the new stuff coming to the game, but they didn't want to take 5 minutes to explain anything about this other than, you can expect bots in matches, because there may be bots already in matches. We don't know.
There's some footage out there.
Yeah, exactly. I said this in a video I posted last week. If First Watch Games and Rogue Company didn't get ahead of this and it came out that there were bots in games, there would be huge ramifications from the community. This to me feels like they're just trying to get ahead of it.
Yeah.
So,
and personally, I would rather have a bot than no one.
Yeah.
It is better than nothing. But
not just walking around in a corner and getting his fucking ass.
I mean, it's a distraction. If they're shooting at the dude in the corner, we could pop out them.
Well,
I mean, it's something.
As soon as they realize a player left, they just push you really hard.
Yeah.
There's only 3
really
of them. Let's get them.
100%. Yeah.
So having that extra guy there, it's like, there's still 4.
They just want to address the core of the problem, and that's that their deserter penalty is just not enough.
Yeah,
I mean, because how many times has a motherfucker left the game with us, and then they're already in another game by the time we finish that game?
Yeah, exactly. And
it's just be closing.
It should be half an hour at minimum.
Yeah, and I haven't heard anybody being suspended at all.
At all, I haven't heard of anyone getting any type of fucking bans from anything.
Yeah.
I mean, I've been AFK in one of our games, and I got kicked out, and I didn't lose anything.
Yeah. So I mean,
I didn't face no penalty or nothing. Y'all just invited me into the next game, and there I was, ready to go.
So
not like I intentionally went AFK, but
yeah. Well, there's one thing that I wanted to touch on here. This is part of a long-term initiative, which we will discuss in detail shortly after PTS. Remember that last initiative that they had?
This has been, 6 months ago?
I believe it was the anti-cheat and exploitation initiative.
Yeah.
That they said that they were going to take initiative, and they did absolutely nothing.
Nothing.
So why should we trust their initiative that they will discuss after the PTS? Why should we believe that? Just a thought.
I don't even understand bringing up an initiative if you're not going to tell us the initiative, man.
You're not going to say anything about it. Yeah.
That's like just bring it up later.
It's crazy. It makes me think of that scene in The Office when Homeboy is interviewing for the manager job, and I got a 3-point plan that would improve the function of the office, and they're like, so let's hear it. And he's like, I'm not going to give you the plan now.
Yeah.
Exactly. So you hire me, and then you get the plan.
Yeah. It's just like, okay. So we've already bought into the game. So like, create a post, release a video.
Just tell us, man. Be completely open with your community.
Or just don't bring it up at all until you're ready to fully address it.
With the bot thing, they're like, we'll talk about it later. It's like, so you haven't figured out what you're going to say.
That's what I was about to say. Y'all haven't got.
You don't know what you're going to say
to even fully address it.
We're going to see how people react, and then we'll say what we say.
Yeah.
All
right, dude.
So do y'all want to hit on some balance changes here?
Yeah.
All right, so as a general balance change, players can now use gadgets on zip lines, and it also applies to abilities. So like Ronin Knife or Talon Dart, anything like that. While you're on the zip line, you can throw grenades or use abilities that you don't have to physically plant on the ground.
Love it.
And I think that that's going to make things super crazy. Like when you're on Windward and you're hitting that zip line to B, and you've got the sticky grenade, and you see someone that's walking around hard scoping you, there's a slight chance that you won't die before you hit the ground. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah. Like that also can counter like when people throw stickies on that zip line when you're coming straight into be. Like they hear that zip line coming in because you can also throw stickies back, or a flash or something, so that way you're not just stuck on the zip line until you hop off the zip line and just get massacred.
Yeah,
flying across that thing with a Dema bomb is going to be fun.
Yeah,
dude.
for sure. Right?
Oh my god, that's a roadhouse.
So,
Roadhouse.
Yeah, roadhouse.
So we're gonna hit the AR changes first. First up is the HRM30K. Headshot damage has been increased from 40 to 42 to have optimal TTK versus armor. So that's the assault rifle that Dallas uses. They're bumping the headshot damage up, so it'll still be a 3-hit tap whether they have armor or not.
Trench in Dallas.
Yeah. Nightshade, they're increasing the damage from 17 to 18. So I think
that's the what?
Yeah, that's going to be nutty, right?
I think that's actually really good. That's the SMG, right?
Yeah. Well,
Nightshade?
It's the assault rifle SMG hybrid thing.
That's Vi and
Vi's,
Phantom.
Yeah.
Okay, I feel Vi and Phantom's SMG does need a little buff.
I enjoyed it to begin with, so no one's going to do more damage now. I'm just going to use it just as much.
Yeah, I like that change a lot.
Yeah, I do too.
I think that's a good change.
Yeah. The Riptide, they're reducing the fall off damage range. There's been talks that the Riptide's been overperforming. Everybody's saying that Kestrel and the Riptide are the best the best character, the best weapon in the game. So to kind of bring it in line, they're reducing the fall off damage for it. Which, I mean, it's an assault rifle. I'm not trying to snipe anybody with it, so this really doesn't affect me all that much, you know.
I like the SMG just as much as our assault rifle.
I kind of like it better. It's more fun as a play style.
It depends on which map I'm on, honestly, because if it's going to be more close quarters, I'm going SMG. But if I've got more of a lane, then I'll go assault rifle.
Right.
I mean, you can run that assault rifle as an SMG, and it's still just.
I mean, it's a nasty little gun for sure.
Yeah.
She's the only one that has it too, right?
Yeah, as of right now, yeah.
Both of her primary weapons.
Yeah.
Are unique, yeah.
So for DMRs, the Mamba's getting a little bit of a buff here. The headshot damage is going to increase from 24 to 25, and the body shot damage is going to increase from 15 to 16.
That's not much, but I feel like the gun needs it these days.
Yeah, I
mean, is that per bullet or per burst?
Well, they're not saying, because when we get to the salvo, they specify per bullet, but they haven't specified here, so I'm not 100% sure. I'm assuming it's per bullet.
Then that's just 2 shots.
Yeah.
So
even for armored targets, so
yeah.
Feeling that gun's been needing a buff.
Well, I don't know, man. People already slap with it pretty hard that I've seen.
But there's also moments, man, like you'll be shooting them and you can't hit them at all.
Yeah.
Like you'll be trying, like I mean, I don't know, especially in those tight, close range fights, like when they're like right up on you, man. Those tri-bursts, like if you're just not perfect on your strafe shots, then it's just a massacre of shooting. Like you're gonna hit maybe 2 shots on them, maybe tops, and then the rest of the time you're just whiffing, and then they just shit on you.
Yeah. So, and I think it's going to bring it in line with the rest of the DMRs for sure.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. I feel like it needed just not, again, one damage is not going to be, it's not like, oh God, like
deal breaker.
feed, you know? Yeah, exactly. It's not like, oh, this is going to make this gun OP, you know? It's just like, boom, it just makes you think just that much more. And some, maybe in that situation, you might get that headshot change or whatever, and it give you what you need.
Yeah.
It's just those one damage moments, man, because you could have a 1 HP guy because that Mamba missed that one bullet.
Yeah, exactly. Here's one that I'm super excited about, the MXR. They're increasing the fire rate from 4.65 to 4.88.
Okay.
That weapon, since they nerfed it hard that first time, it's needed a lot of adjustments to it. And I think I think the damage is okay, and I think the fact that you have to get it to level 3 to get a very consistent hip fire is fine. I felt like the fire rate of it was what was hurting it so bad. It's kind of like the D3DI. You know, they changed the fire rate of it, and it feels like a completely different gun now.
Yeah.
So I think that the MXR is going to feel more familiar, you know, especially back in the day when we used to run it constantly. I think it's going to feel more like that, which I'm all for.
Yeah, It just didn't. It doesn't feel as good now as it did.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm looking to see it get improved again because I'll go back to using it because I love,
For pistols, the A3 Salvo, the fire rate has been increased from 3.92 to 4.26. Increased headshot damage from 23 to 24 per bullet, and increased body damage from 19 to 20 per bullet.
Is this scorches and seekers?
Yes.
Need.
Yeah. So the fire rate increase is going to feel so much better. And I think because inherently you're buffing the damage consistency of the weapon, because if the fire rate's lower, then that means that the bullet travel time is going to be somewhat slower, or at least it's going to feel that way. So if they're raising the fire rate on it, that means that your shots are going to be coming out faster. You're not going to notice those like misses that happen in there with that gun. And then increase in the body damage. I think that with this change to the weapon, it's going to put it up like not as good as the Warrant, but it's going to be pretty damn close to the Warrant. You know what I mean?
I mean, it might, like, I guess it depends on the fire rate. Like, if it starts just like hitting shots, it might get a little OP. They might have to just nerf the damage back.
Well, I think the reason why it was designed the way it was initially was because of Scorch and her ability. Because even if you miss some of those bullets with the burst,
the fire damage will carry over.
Exactly. And since they gave it to Seeker, which I could never understand why they gave that weapon to Seeker, it felt very Scorch specific for that reason. They saw that, wow, this pistol is... Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So inherently it's buffing Scorch in the process and making her on pistol rounds be a fucking menace.
Yay.
Yeah.
I guess that gives Scorch more of a purpose, since they like to say Scorch doesn't have a purpose in demolition anyway. So
yeah, exactly. It's got good range on it too compared to that SMG. I mean, it.
Oh yeah.
So the LW6 revolver, the fire rate is increasing from 2.78 to 3.03.
I like that.
I'm so excited for that, man.
That's been my only qualm with that gun, because it hits so hard.
Yeah.
It just don't feel natural the way that I pull the trigger with it.
Exactly. And I think it's going to put that in a much better spot. And like the thing is whenever you're in a gunfight with like the Executioner or the Warrant, you are comfortable missing shots because you know you're going to have a faster fire rate. With his pistol, the LW6, you have to time every single shot out unless they're standing.
Count.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But now that it's going to be shooting faster, it's still only going to have 6 bullets to start with, but you're going to have a little bit more margin for error because you're going to be able to not have to like stop shooting and focus on what they're doing. You're going to be able to just let your instincts take over.
Mm-hmm.
So, we've got a ton of shotgun changes. They're wanting to bring the shotguns up into like SMG territory without making them super OP. So, first, the Arbitrator, increasing the range from 6.5 meters to 8 meters. It's still going to be a one-hit down with a headshot, but it's going to be harder to get a headshot at 8 meters. So, I'm interested to see how that's going to play out.
Which one is this one?
That's the 2-shot, Scorch and Anvil.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
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 SKL6, increased damage range from 7.5 to 9, and increased fall-off damage and range. So they're increasing the overall damage range of it, but they're also increasing the fall-off damage and the range at which the fall-off damage occurs. So that's the shotgun that Chalk and Glitch have. And that thing,
the Spaz 12.
Yeah. The S12 Tactical increased the fire rate from 2.67 to 3.0 and increased damage fall off 1 range from 16 meters to 17 meters. That's Vi and Sigrid's shotgun. And that
one's okay.
I think that the fire rate increase makes sense because just like Dallas's pistol, the rate at which it fires already feels so unnatural.
Yeah.
It's a pump action shotgun if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like the Doof was.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And there's certain ways that guns need to feel to feel right, and that one just didn't feel right at all.
No, I don't like it.
So the Striker 810, they're fixing an issue where the weapon was less accurate while aiming.
I don't know, man. Seems pretty accurate.
Was it?
They were saying that there was some inconsistencies with the gun when you were aiming it and moving.
So it was more accurate hip firing.
Yes.
Are you supposed to be aiming a shotgun?
With her shotgun, I think it's appropriate because of the range of it.
It does have a nice range, yeah.
Yeah.
What did I say, man? I mean, I just feel like
that's why I picked it up earlier.
Now we're getting into SMG territory. The 24S, they're increasing the damage from 15 to 16, and the level 3 upgrade now provides kick reduction as well. Because we all know Lancer needs a buff, right?
Yeah.
Thank God they're fixing her.
I know. She was unplayable, man.
Oh, they're fixing her shotgun and her SMG?
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Oh, the new character's got that SMG.
Yes, I think that's why they're making the adjustments, yeah.
Yeah.
It's kind of like the Scorch situation where it was...
It's the same.
Yeah.
She's going to need that without that roll reload.
It's so nutty because I've been fucking caught. We've all been calling for this bitch to get nerfed since we started playing this game, and they're like, nah, she's going to get some better shit.
Yeah, they're buffing her.
Yeah. The LMPX, they're increasing the fall-off gap from 12 meters to 14 meters. So it's another one of those hybrid SMG assault rifle type weapons, and I'm glad that they're increasing the fall-off damage because, I mean, it is jumpy at range, so you're already fighting against that whenever you're trying to tag someone, and the fall-off damage is massive, and you can tell, like, when you're only doing, like, 9 damage from a reasonable distance away.
Talon, right?
Yeah, Talon and
Glitch.
Yeah.
Oh...
I enjoy the SMG a lot, but that is the problem is that it's so when someone's far away, you're only doing 9 damage.
Yeah,
that's for sure.
You're screwed. I mean, because almost anything that has a range on it against that, you're just screwed. Yeah, like Talon's best bet is just to go ahead and go with his marksman rifle. If you're going to play a range fight and hit your shots, it's going to revolve back to the pistol, Dallas's pistol. Like, you got to time your shots and hit your shots.
Yeah, exactly. They are doing some buffs to the sniper rifles as well. The LR-15, the level 3 upgrade now increases headshot damage to 175.
Wow.
So that you can one-shot a just charged chalk.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's Phantom.
Yeah, that's Phantom. And then the tier... Yeah. The tier fixed an issue where players wouldn't reload after shooting, and the level 3 upgrade will increase headshot damage to 200.
I still hate that they took the second bullet because I feel like that was one of the selling points of him as a sniper as opposed to
it's kind of his thing, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, they've did some changes to him that I think you might appreciate.
Okay.
Yeah, and that's what we're going into right now. We're going into the rogue changes. So put a pin in that fixer thing because we're going to get to him real quick here.
Hard up.
So Chalk, they're taking away Cloaked and they're giving him Berserker.
So he can't be revealed, but what does Berserker do?
Berserker is where you can reload while you're running.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sprinting.
Okay.
I like that because him having an SMG, he might need to run.
Yeah.
His whole thing's kind of mobility anyway because he can roll when he's down and stuff.
He needs to be able to get out. Yeah, he needs to be able to get in and out.
Yeah.
And if he's trying to barrel roll away and can't fucking reload and they chase you, then you're just screwed.
Yeah. Dima, the Merv launcher fuse reduced from 1.8 seconds to 1.5 seconds. And he has Stalker now, and they took away Nimble Hands.
Nimble Hands is
swap faster, more ammo, and Stalker is move faster while ADSing.
I like that.
Yeah, and I think that it makes sense for his fuse on his Merv launcher to be reduced a little bit because right now it feels like whenever he shoots that shit, unless you're in a very bad position,
people have time to move.
Oh yeah, for sure. And the way that it's still very unpredictable how the spread is going to happen with that, regardless of how many times you play Dima. So I'm okay with that, and I wouldn't be surprised if they reduced it a hair bit more in the future, maybe to like 1.4.
Yeah, because you got plenty of time to get away from that. Dude.
Yeah. So Fixer, they're taking away Headstrong and they're giving him Replenish.
Okay. That's fantastic.
Yeah. So he was one of the kind of outliers in the game, in my opinion. Like Anvil's the same way, and I think it's only Anvil and Fixer where they had Life Drain and Headstrong both. It makes sense for Anvil to have that because he's more of a frontline tank type character. But I'm okay with them leaving Fixer with Life Drain and taking Headstrong away from him. But if you hit that snipe, if you get that down with it, you're not going to have to reload or anything. It's an instant right back up with your weapon.
Yeah.
You don't even have to leave the scope.
No, not at all. And I think that's going to put him in a better position. Like they've focused a lot of attention on Fixer the last couple of updates, and I think that they finally, with this change, they're finally going to find his sweet spot.
Well, I mean, that replaces that no 2-shot anymore. Right there, you go.
Yeah, exactly.
As long as you keep hitting them.
Yeah.
Yeah,
you're reloaded.
Yeah, you get a bullet. I mean, I just feel like that he kind of got like shitted on when he arrived because he has both like long range weapons.
Yeah, yeah, I agree.
He doesn't even have a weapon that like can put him in a short range situation.
Well,
and that would be great for his smoke.
I gave him a good pistol, but
yeah, that's what I
would like to see him.
Right.
I would like to see maybe not him, but maybe in the future even, but a sniper that also has a SMG.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, Phantom has an SMG now.
Well, no, hers is an assault rifle, and because that's Vise, and it does have really decent range on it.
And it feels like an SMG when I run with it, but if it's an assault rifle, I was unaware.
Yeah, it is.
It's the hybrid thing there.
Yeah.
So Kestrel, bonus cash from her passive has been reduced from 1,000 to 500.
That makes sense.
Yeah,
just because you can get her gun right off the rip, even if y'all don't get points, you can still get her gun right off the rip.
The other night when I got the 4 downs with her in the first match, like it was 23.5, which is a lot for just one round.
Yeah, exactly.
That's a big money.
So that was like what, $4,000 extra right off the bat.
Yeah.
Right off the bat.
And so if you have 1 or 2 good rounds, then you're going to have everything you need for the rest of the yeah. So
you can have legit everything with Kestrel.
And money left over.
With money left over, yeah.
Well, it does kind of play into the whole her being a rich bitch, right?
Yeah. But
owning everything.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think that's inherently, of course, going to affect the whole Dahlia Kestrel link, because so Dahlia has a lot of options whenever you use her, because she has max armor, she has roll reload, and she has Kestrel's money, and then she has Trench's extra lethal grenade. So she's all
the revive.
Yes, exactly. So you've always had a lot of options with her. And I think that with, if I'm on a team and there's a Kestrel and there's either a Lancer or a Mac, I would normally pistol round always go for Kestrel, because it's guaranteed that you're going to get
money.
Yeah, exactly. I think that this is going to put those Dahlia mains in a tougher position on who they're actually going to mark right out of the gate. And I think that that's a good thing.
You have 2 people on the team with big money.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
And it's like, whoa.
Yeah.
So that's good.
Get out of hand.
Yeah. So Lancer.
Next one.
Yeah. So they're increasing Lancer's ability duration from 10 seconds to 14 seconds.
No.
Read what it says.
Lancer is designed to be our rogue who excels at breaking positional timers and flanking the enemy. Unfortunately,
this is the line right here.
Unfortunately, Lancer is having a hard time executing flanks and demolition.
Who the fuck's playing Lancer?
According to what data?
Yeah,
you don't need to be playing Lancer if you can't.
Who are you watching?
Who's having a hard time?
Who is
flanking?
Go back and watch Griffin's recent Lancer gameplay and tell me that he's having a hard time fucking flank on demolition.
When I read that, I was like, huh?
What?
Yeah.
That might be the stupidest thing the rogue team's ever said.
That's all she does.
Who are you watching?
Dude, we have not stopped bitching about this fucking character. And they're like, nah, she's just that good enough.
Yeah,
she's not good enough.
We're going to make her better.
She's having a hard time.
Yeah.
Unfortunately.
She's having a hard time.
Dude, she's the character. She's the character that anyone who just downloads this game could get on there and wreck a team if they have played any third-person shooter ever.
Hey, I think they did it. Hey, man, but you got to buy her.
Oh, did they take her out of the free? Because she was free.
Remember when we were playing with Chess?
Oh, yeah. Well, I bought it. We bought it when it first came out during the beta. So
it was different for us, but
yeah.
Yes, you got to buy her though. So that may be a thing where they see people playing her and they're like, "I want to play her."
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, that makes sense.
You got to buy her. It's like, oh, okay, I will.
Well, I mean,
I will.
Famous words. Why ain't somebody playing this bitch every match?
Yeah.
Ronan, they're buffing her passive, so she's gonna be immune to reveal and enemy radar detection. So not only is she oh, go ahead.
I played the first 2 months of that character thinking that's what it was anyway.
Yeah, I know, right? Yeah.
And then I was like, why am I revealed right now?
Yeah.
I kept buying it.
Yeah. So I think that's going to put her in. She's already, in my opinion, like the best character to start with. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I enjoy her a lot.
Is a very good round character. She has just 2 really good weapons.
Yeah, and she's got a good primary ability. She has good gadgets. She has good perks. Everything. She is like the most balanced, in my opinion.
You get her right out of the gate.
Yeah.
I was telling Chess the other night, I was like, pick that Ronin, man.
Yeah.
And get that SMG.
Yeah. Well, now that they've got so many reveal characters in the game, because more or less you can consider Phantom a reveal character as well.
Yeah, with the smoke.
Right, with her nails.
Yeah. So, and with the sticky sensors as well.
Yeah.
So now, since there's so many people in the game that can do reveals, and the way that Cloaked works, not the same way it originally worked. Now it just reduces the time that you're revealed, as opposed to being a hard counter for it. I'm glad that they're giving a character a hard counter for it.
Yeah, that's nice.
Yeah. Seeker, he's getting a ton of changes here. So they're reducing the arrow recharge rate from 45 seconds down to 40 seconds. They're increasing the reveal radius from 7.5 to 8 meters, and they're increasing his passive ability from 60% damage to 70% damage.
All right.
I like all those changes.
Yeah, and I think that the passive increase more or less has to do with his arrow, so that you can get more consistent damage with that thing when you bounce it. I'm glad that they're increasing the radius of the reveal, and when he first released, he had a 30-second cooldown on his ability, and they nerfed it because they were afraid, basically because too many reveals were happening at one time.
Yeah, and and you can mark a whole team.
Yes,
with that thing, man.
Yeah, easily. So I think that they're bumping it down to 40 seconds. I think that might be the sweet spot. I think that like 37 seconds might be something that may be a little bit, because think about it. You get the reveal. Everybody's kind of hanging loose to see who makes the first move. A demolition round's only 2 minutes long. So in reality, you're only going to be able to use it realistically while you're not in a gunfight twice.
Yeah.
And you can already do that. So maybe it'll put you in a position to where you can reveal a little bit sooner. But I'm interested to see how that plays in game. Talon,
that all looks good.
Yeah. Talon's finally getting a buff to his dart. They're increasing the range of it from 20 meters to 23 meters.
Why not just go for
25?
Yeah.
When I mean, that's nice, but when I read that, I was like, 23. That's all.
Yeah.
I mean, that ain't much.
It's just a weird number to choose too. Like,
did they do a test thing and they felt like 25 was too much?
Well, it's talking about choke points.
Yeah. Well, and
tossing it in those choke points. And
and I think that if their idea is if they increase it to 25, and with the way that the cover is built in the game, that you will be able to watch 2 to 3 pathways with 25 meters of coverage. Yeah. Which is the way that
really you only get one.
Yeah.
With it.
Okay. Well, I don't know, it needed it. I feel like it needed.
I mean, if they're 2 pathways, like say it's one of those buildings where it's got a pathway in on one side and a pathway in on like the.
My first thought was factory.
Like like you can cover
the middle. And
if it's a smaller building, you should be able to cover the whole building.
Yeah.
But just that, like if it's two pathways that are 50 meters apart, obviously you should
put it in
be
the
able
right
to cover both
spot.
of that. But
yeah. So we may see another buff with that, but right now I'm happy that they're giving him something.
Yeah, that's nice. I like
Oh yeah,
him. He's fun.
Yeah.
And his gun, they're
too.
changing his gun up. So
And I mean,
I feel like he needed that too.
The mag pull is crazy good.
So Trench, his barbed wire will now deal 5 damage every 0.25 seconds when an enemy is standing in it.
let's go.
Love it. He has needed this since the beginning.
Yeah.
It's barbed wire.
I've hated Trench from the beginning of the game. And I hate his gas grenades. I thought the barbed wire was stupid at the beginning and everything, but like this gives his barbed wire purpose. Sure, it already was slowing people down.
Yeah, it slows you down, but shouldn't it do damage?
But now
it's barbed wire.
It's barbed wire. Yeah, like so I love that. So like now it takes damage. I mean, could you imagine a vibe
shutting those lanes down?
Yeah.
Like could you imagine just like
throwing and you're gonna get the tick when they're in it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
I mean, and that kind of gives you more versatility. Do you want to pick a character that slows people down and takes damage, or do you want somebody that takes damage and gains life?
Yeah, exactly.
Nice, man.
I like it a lot because what I didn't like about his ability is, it does slow him down, but there's a lot of teams, a lot of tryhards that'll just they'll push through
They'll run through that shit.
They're happy to push through it.
If there's 3 of them, they'll run through that.
I mean, you're not going to take damage, so why not?
Exactly. If you're going to play one of those teams now you're going to force them to expend a grenade or a glitch charge to be able to get rid of that thing.
Yeah, because I was about to say, you can legit run up to it and start meleeing through it.
Yeah, just bust it up.
Yeah. So, like, when they melee it, will they take damage?
Yeah, they should, because they'll technically be in it.
They're still technically in it. Yeah. Okay.
And then it'll notify you.
Yeah. Well,
someone's coming from over there.
With this change to Trench and the MXR getting a buff, I think we're going to see Trench back in a big bad way.
He needs it.
I mean, he needed.
I
thought he was a trash character. That makes me want to use him more now.
Yeah, exactly. And I think that like he has the trophy systems, Mac has the trophy systems, Anvil has trophy systems, and Vi has poison. There is not a more try-hard defensive team than that.
Shut it down.
Yeah, dude, for real.
So
grenades won't mean shit, and they won't be able to push.
Yeah. So we got a couple of gadget changes here. The adrenaline stem, they're increasing the cost from 3K to 4K, and then the upgrades for it are going to go from 2K to 3K for level 1 and 3K to 4K for level 2.
The stems are pretty essential.
Yeah.
So I could see the prices going up because running around with Sigrid or Kestrel, it becomes a shit show with those two, especially in close quarters.
Yeah.
They've been on the same cost level as the gas grenade, and they're so much more useful than the gas grenade is, dude.
I still feel the gas grenade just needs to just go.
Yeah.
It needs to go, or it needs to do a small tick damage, like a fire grenade or something.
Yeah.
I mean, it does like fuck up your aim, but that's it.
But I've been murdered in that before. Like, people have been standing and just fucking blow me down, dude.
Yeah, just don't move your fucking keep your cursor over them. Don't move.
Yeah.
Freaking huffed and puffed, you know what I'm saying?
The bounce grenade, they're reducing the fuse time of it from 1.25 seconds to 1.1 second.
Okay.
I like that.
Yeah.
I'm fine with that because it's been I mean, unless you just you go right ahead, bro.
One at a time, guys.
I'm paused.
Unless you were able to get the throw right on top of them from the bounce, they had plenty of time to move from it.
Plenty.
Yeah.
I was about to say the same thing.
I apologize.
It's like the Dema shit, man. You had plenty of time to get away.
I didn't mean to step on your foot, dude.
Okay. I was going to say, at the beginning, I just felt like people weren't prepared for that bounce grenade, so they'll just die by it. But like now, people are too well prepared for it now.
Oh yeah.
Like dropping it down a second.
Yeah.
Give the thumbs up.
Yeah, when it first came out, you had a lot of those what the fuck moments, but you've gotten used to it since.
So they're increasing the cost of padded steps from 3K to 4K. So
makes sense.
I think that honestly, and I'm kind of surprised it's not a 6K perk to like whenever they redid the economy and everything. Yeah,
super useful.
Yeah, yeah.
I buy it. Like, if a character has it, that's the first thing I buy.
Oh yeah, for sure.
I mean, because you still have 2K over, and then like again, as soon as the first match is over, I usually have enough to buy the gun I need.
You know, a large portion of the people who play do a lot of their pushing based upon what they hear around them.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
And there are a decent amount of characters that have padded steps in the game currently. So
yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
And they're changing the assist money transactions here. So assists are going to give you $250 instead of $500 for all game modes across the board.
Dang, I get a lot of assists.
Yeah, I do too.
It's really going to hurt the overall economy of the matches. I don't think that they realize how, like, if you apply this to like Strikeout or King of the Hill, then it's not going to make that much of an impact.
Nah.
But in
Demolition, yeah, dude.
Yeah,
it's going to be huge.
It's a pretty big one, yeah.
Yeah, because the characters die right off the rip.
I mean, a lot of the times we're the same person.
Yeah.
That feels like somebody could just go like 2 or maybe 3 rounds and not even have a gun.
Yeah, exactly. And I think that if they're going to make that change, they should have went in and for Demolition specifically, they should have made it where if you win the round, then you get more money as a payout. Yeah, exactly.
You get the 500 instead of the 250. How about that?
That would be nice.
How about that?
Yeah, like the loser team gets 250 and the winning team gets 500.
You lost.
Yeah. And the last thing that I wanted to hit on here was they're finally changing the spawn locations of Strikeout after it being in the game for almost a year now. They're fixing the spawns, which is the main reason why I didn't play that game mode. But this is the big thing. So players have access to the item shop while they are eliminated. So in every respawn game mode since Team Deathmatch came out, you're going to be able to access the shop while you are dead. So in Strikeout, Dodgeball, King of the Hill, Team Deathmatch, Assault, any of those limited time modes that were respawn, all that stuff you're going to be able to buy weapons and items between deaths.
Nice.
I like that.
Yeah. So
that have to wait till you get back on that plane.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And it could turn the tide, and I think it might make some of those respawn game modes a little bit more interesting to play that way.
It'll speed it up for sure.
Oh yeah, most definitely. So that's all.
They're saying they fixed it, but we'll be the judge of that. I mean,
yeah, exactly.
I'm gonna have to see it first.
Yeah. So that is all of the major changes coming with the Switchblade update. It's currently in PTS, and then I imagine that it'll be another week or two before it actually comes to the live servers. I'm sure they'll go in and tweak a couple of things based off of PTS feedback from all the people that like can actually play the PTS and all the people that get on there and play with like the developers during the PTS. I'm sure that they'll get whatever they want fixed. So I'm interested to see what they change. All right, so our first little titty bit of community feedback. And hey, guys, if you want to have community feedback, we're going to be checking the Reddit pages. Also, at Broguecast is the Twitter page. If you want to send us something on there, go ahead and do that. Or join the Discord, drop it in general. I'm going to create a separate room, but drop it in general right now. If there's an idea or something that you think could make the game better, or if there's something that you want to bitch about or whatever, please do that. We want to bring in all community video. Yeah. All community feedback. That way that we can, get what the community actually thinks and feels out into the ether, because we feel that, especially me, that, some of the developers are listening to some of not the wrong individuals, but not the actual overall community. So let's bring some of these issues to light here.
The hive mind. Yes,
exactly. So this was posted on the Rogue Reddit page, and all these were posted on the Rogue Reddit page. That's where I pulled all these from. So this is from AMRK000. So he said, idea that may blow up Rogue Company popularity. Make a creators contest on Twitter and post it on Rogue Company page. Every player can join the contest by creating a trailer using gameplay montages and tweet it with hashtag Rogue Company. The contest will last about 5 to 7 days. After that, Rogue Company team will pick the best trailer and the creator will be awarded. The award can be a special creator wingsuit wrap, primary weapon wrap, and banner that's made especially for this event. If at least 50K of 192.3K followers join the contest, hashtag Rogue Company will be a trend. Plus, you can take the winner's trailer and use it as ad campaigns on Twitter, YouTube, and Facebook.
That sounds great.
I think that, yes, but 100% that does sound great. And I think that if you had a way, everybody now has some way to be able to record themselves playing the game, right?
Yeah.
Well, yes.
Whether it's on console, on PC, it doesn't. The only ones that really can't or are limited on it are Switch players, but everybody else has the ability to do that. So if you get the community involved, if you got people interested in doing this type of stuff, then you would get more creative input. You would also get things like this trending on Twitter, and it would exactly like if it trended on Twitter,
it's more free.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, it's free marketing. AMRK000, fantastic idea.
That's great.
I think that you should be working at the Rogue Company marketing department.
Absolutely.
I would do it. You know what I mean? I would 110% do that. You know what I mean? Like,
and then, dude, if they pick your trailer, that's promotion for you. If you have a YouTube channel or whatever, like,
yeah, exactly.
Then everybody sees your trailer. They might even show it in. They might even show it in the twerk.
Yeah, I mean, and they quit doing the top plays of the week on This Week in Rogue Company, and I have no idea why they stopped doing that. Because, I mean, I think that
all they were getting was sniper footage. No, I'm just kidding.
Well, I mean, that's what I was going to say.
Sniper or Lancer.
Yeah. Encourage a little bit more creativity here. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on,
they
now.
can't promote Lancer anymore. Remember, she's getting hurt. They got to buff her.
Oh yeah, that's right. I don't know.
That's why.
Yeah,
they can't put her out there.
Dude, this guy's
shredding teams.
He's coming in again with it here. He's got ideas.
Yeah. So this
guy's job, you know.
This next post is from AMRK000. We need clans in Rogue Company. So we need the ability to create clans. We can call it an organization or a company. Players can establish an organization for 20K reputation and be the owner. It has name and tag, which appears on the scoreboard next to the names and in banners. Considering that banners should show in lobby, match intro, after match while winning team is standing together. There is an option to change its name later for reputation. Each organization has its shop to buy org icon and color name. Icon costs 100 rogue bucks and org name costs 50 rogue bucks. Each organization has their own big missions that every member can help achieve, like seasonal contracts to get rewards such as reputation, experience, etc., and get badges that actually show on your banner as showing that you completed these missions. At start, we can get this feature as tags and icons, then improve it by time. I mean,
why is this guy not up in high res?
Exactly. We've talked about this.
He's got ideas, man. This guy's he knows.
The only thing I would add to that is more XP for playing like in a clan. Like kind of like, why don't you get more XP for partying up with 4 people?
Yeah, exactly.
You know,
and this right here, I mean, if you could go on there and if you could create a company or an organization and it actually worked into like what your cosmetics were. And I'm considering cosmetics like badges, stickers, even on your weapons, on your characters themselves and things like that. Like think about Black Ops back in the day. You used to be able to make your own unique like
logo.
Yeah, exactly. So I know you don't want to go fully, where people can create their own.
Yeah, there was a reason that got.
You go as far as it got.
They stopped that for a reason.
Yeah. But they could put things like, they could put material in there that you could use and put into a logo for your organization in a very unique way. And it would encourage people. It's like, oh, we're playing against, fucking Twiddledick over here, their organization. Like these guys are fucking tryhards. And it's like, you could create rivalries that way and you could encourage these people to play against one another and things. Exactly. And then if you could, have a cap, of course, on how many people could be in the organization, maybe at the most 8 or 10. You know what I mean?
I was thinking 10.
Yeah.
I like that he said, 20K reputation.
Yeah, exactly.
Paid for it.
Exactly.
And I like that he found a way for Hi-Rez to make some money off of it.
Yeah, even put that in there.
Yeah.
More revenue, bro.
Exactly. And it would be cool. Like, think about it. He's saying 100 rogue bucks for the icons and 50 for the colors and whatnot. So
his reputation more used to.
Well, think about it this way, though. If you had a organization pool, right? So let's say that I created the Trailer Park Pirates organization on Rogue Company. And
you do our name, our clan tag, and you pick our colors.
Yes. But let's say like we wanted our colors to be like lime green, neon pink, and like neon yellow. And
I was thinking Peach Panther, but all right.
Well, and we had 2 of those, but I needed another 50 rogue bucks. And let's say Adam's got 25.
We could all chip in.
Yeah, exactly. And it goes into the pool, and then
why not?
Exactly. I mean, you're encouraging
people spending money. I mean, that's what you want, right?
Yeah, exactly.
At the end of the day.
And I think it's such a fucking awesome idea where he's like, well, let's put like, badges and things on the banners and to show that your squad and that your group has been able to accomplish all this stuff.
Yeah.
That's
proud of it.
That is a genius idea. And AMRK, whatever you're coming up with over there, keep coming up with it, because these are fantastic ideas.
Great ideas.
Yes.
They are great ideas.
100%.
He needs to be
give
on that team,
a job,
man. That's what I'm saying. Yeah, give the man a job. Like, he's the one that's like trying to make y'all money.
Like, that one's cool with the clan tags, but that top one,
oh yeah,
and they could do that over and over again.
Yeah, for sure.
I mean, people are making montages all the time.
This next post comes from Drew's Landia on the Reddit page. New player, is this game just like this? So I feel like I got to ask here before I put more time into the game. I know I'm still not in ranked, but I keep getting matched up with tons of AFKers and people who play like they're trying to lose constantly. How can an entire team's eliminations only be on one player? It's a 4-player team. At this point, I think I'd rather have AI teammates and pray the enemy team is just worse than them. Is the entire damn game like this? Severely outranked by enemies, and the average player, if you aren't in a pre-made group, is just uncarryable. And why does nobody ever revive? I just don't understand the things I've seen so far in this game. Well, Drew's Landia,
I feel where he's coming from.
Yeah, I do too.
So there's something that's very interesting that's happened in this game, Drew's Landia. And I don't know if you've been in a game quite like this before, but there's this thing where people, when they plateau out, they create a new account.
Yeah.
So you've created a new account, and you said that you're level 6 in this post. You're playing against people that's been playing the game since the game's launched.
Yeah. They're really like level 350.
Yeah. And the people
and that's why you're getting your cheeks slapped.
Yeah. And the people that they're putting on the team with you is, their AI.
New accounts.
Yeah, exactly.
Chances are the guys on the other team that have new accounts, they're all playing together.
Yeah, for sure.
And that's what makes it even worse.
Yeah, exactly. So, and it's a huge problem within the game right now where you have people that have created new accounts and they're just going in and just wrecking ass. And as we've stated before, they're creating a miserable experience for new players. That's all they're doing.
I mean, even for people,
even some
like
veteran
seasoned
players.
Yeah, I was about to say, I played solo.
I bought this game in beta. We all did, and we still have so many fucking matches where it's just
dude. It happens every night. We're not giving away our secrets, but we can still see.
Yeah.
What level?
Yeah,
and when you got somebody that's 15 that's going like 20 and 24,
yeah,
that team that like works together
happened earlier tonight.
Yeah, and it's not a fluke, man. There's no way that in the majority of the matches that we play, and we can go against a team that's level 200 plus, and it be either a really close game or we blow them out of the water. And then the next game that we play, everybody on that team is below level 25, and they are just completely destroying us. It's not a fluke.
Railing us.
Yeah.
They know the map forward and back.
And the way they play, you just know it's not a new player.
Yeah, I know the mechanics of it all.
There's certain moves they'll do, man, where you're like, no way.
Yeah.
No way you're 15.
Yeah.
And if you are, like you said before, give this man a fucking job. Put him on a team.
Yeah.
He should be playing tournaments. You know, many times we've been like, imagine getting on this game.
Yeah.
And playing with people and being like, what the fuck? Fuck this game. Why is it so sweaty?
Yeah, exactly.
That's why.
Yeah, that's exactly why.
And they have no idea.
No, they just uninstall it and move on to something else.
That makes people.
They're trying to experience a new game, and then they're like, "Oh, Rogue Company, you know, watch a little trailer on it." And they're like, "Oh, that's a cool little trailer." Go to play, pick a character, start up, boom, dead.
Yeah,
boom, dead, boom, dead.
So this next post, this is a two-parter. So this is part one, posted by the owner of Blackacre. Now, I will be taking Blackacre and using it in a D&D session at some point because that shit is bad as fuck. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
So he said, I'm done with this game.
Oh, shit.
I played the game during the initial beta and enjoyed it. There were a ton of glitches, but it was obviously being worked on. Due to this, I quit playing, but eventually came back after I heard developers had improved the game. Now, the level of player harassment and idiocy is getting out of hand. This morning, 3 games in a row, I was called a fucking...
Yeah.
True.
Purposefully bombed at by an ally Dima and made fun of because my speech impediment while trying to warn of flanking opponents. My impediment presents itself when I'm frustrated. Yeah, I'm done. I reported all 3 players, but I've never heard of the developers actually taking action. I feel the reporting mechanism was implemented solely to coax current players. Anyway, here is to money poorly spent and a great gaming experience ruined by douchebags. Edit. Unfortunately, some of the comments are proving my point. Thanks to the few of you that understand. Additional edit. Also, thank you for the negative comments. I'm enjoying the downvotes you are all receiving. It is lifting my spirits. So the second part of this is High Res Radar responded.
Radar responded?
Yes. And Radar, yeah, right. Radar said, first of all, thank you for sharing your experience here, knowing the reaction you might receive. I want to apologize this happened, and it does not reflect the environment we want to provide for Rogue Company or any high-res game. It's frustrating to me personally, and I can tell you we're creating additional processes to help remove such elements from the game. If you do have names, match IDs, or anything at all, please feel free to DM me. I'd like to look into it further. Also, to everyone else, please use the report function. It may not feel like it does anything, but I personally use it every day to suspend people who violated our code of conduct. So here we have written proof from High Res Radar that they are actually supposedly doing something with the reports that are received in game. And since there's no message
evidence,
yes, no. there's no message, there's nothing that pops up that lets you know. Yeah.
Oh yeah, kind of like in COD.
Yeah, and COD, Paladins, other games.
That was nice.
Yeah,
it's like, hey, your report, something happened. It's like,
yes,
ooh,
and
I'm gonna keep doing it then.
Yeah, and they would never give you any of the details about who you reported or anything like that. It would just be a message that would pop up that would say, hey, one of your recent reports resulted in a suspension or a termination of an account, or something similar to that. So my thing is they need to implement a system like that for Rogue Company.
That would be nice.
Yeah, because if I'm going to report someone, then I feel like it's good to know. I don't need to know who it was or anything like that. But if I suspect someone of cheating, I'm going to report that person. That way it can be investigated. Now, if they're not cheating, then they don't have anything to worry about. Nothing's going to happen to their account. But I don't want to take the off chance that they are cheating and me just be like, well, fuck it. The reports don't do anything. You know what I mean? And it feels in the game right now that reports don't do anything.
Sometimes I've stopped reporting people pretty much. I do it sometimes, but there's no proof that it's doing anything. And
they're not upholding anything. They're not showing it.
Yeah.
You know, they're not showing that they're banning accounts.
But sometimes, if it's bad enough, I'm like, no, there's no way.
Yeah, exactly.
Especially with the new account shit, I'm like,
Yeah.
But is that even now? Listen, when it goes back to the cheating initiative, they gave us no rules for what counts as cheating.
Exactly. So
does new account boosting count as cheating? Because I've reported hundreds.
Well, to me,
of people.
To
me, it's cheating.
Yeah. So whenever they announced the anti-cheat and exploitation initiative that they made public like forever ago, they never gave a clear, like, you can kind of define what cheating is. So aimbot, wall hacks, things such as that. Exploiting the game,
cheating.
That is cheating, but there's no clear-cut definition of that because let's take this as an example. So on favelas, you used to be able to get on top of the map and shoot people, right?
I remember.
Okay, so is that exploiting the game, or is that carelessness on the developer's side?
Well, it was. They fixed it.
Exactly.
Enough people reported it, and they fixed it.
Exactly. So
you can still plant that bomb in that corner.
Yeah. And put the anvil, and put the anvil shield on.
Still do that. I did it the other night just to see if it still worked.
Yeah.
Well, we'd already won the round.
Yeah. So to me, exploiting the game seems like that there's a mechanic that's broken in the game that the developers refuse to do anything about. That's what exploiting to me means. That's my definition of exploiting the game. So if you're not going to address people that are doing new account boosting, or like a 4-stack and 1 or 2 people has new accounts, and all 4 of those people are guilty of exploiting the game, in my opinion.
They know what they're doing.
Exactly. So
they added their buddy's new account. It was talked about.
Yeah. So
we're playing high level people. Let's just make a couple of us and then they probably alternate.
Yeah.
Tonight we'll play on our main accounts. Tomorrow night you guys can play on your main
I guarantee you some of them do.
Yeah.
Dude, I'm going to tell you though, the new account, at the end of the day, we're going to be all right. It happens.
Yeah.
But the people that it's hurting are Black Acre.
Exactly.
The new people.
Yeah.
That get on the game and want to play it for the first time. Then they're like, fuck this game. It's hard as fuck.
Yeah, exactly.
No, it ain't hard, dude. You're just playing against somebody that's been playing for over a year.
Yeah. Well, and this is another thing too. Like, I don't know how many times that I've posted a video snippet on Twitter and copied the developers and the studio and everybody else and say, hey, is this intended? Like, I need to know if this is an intended function of the game, or if it's or if it's something that can be exploited. Because if it's something that needs to be exploited, then I need that information so that I can report people that are doing something like that. So basically, they need to work all their bugs out. They need to fix all of the inconsistencies within the game, but they also need to let everyone know what their definition of exploiting the game is. Like I said, we
have no guidelines.
Yeah, and we know the guidelines for cheating, right? Because you can see that all day long. Yeah. Someone that can see through walls, that is not playing like a Talon or something like that. Aimbot, people that are making like ridiculous headshots that make absolutely no sense, that shouldn't even be possible. Then to me that seems like someone that's cheating. But it's the exploitation thing. They published that. It is on their website. You can go and look at it right now with no definition of what that means. So this is another thing that was posted. This was posted by Callus05, and a revamped profile page that includes high-res hosted and community hosted events. Who would want to see this? And then below that, he actually posted what the revamped profile page would look like.
And he made one?
Yeah.
Oh, I like that.
Yeah. So this thing looks so clean whenever you look at it.
I thought it was real.
It looks professional, right? So he's got
nice.
Yeah, on the left-hand side, he's got the account stats and identity where it has all of your shit, time played, revives, wins, kills, damage, level. In the middle, tournaments and events that are coming up. And then on the right-hand side, you've got your achievements. And I love it. I think it's a fantastic way of doing this, man.
I think on the achievements thing, it should be like your newest ones.
Yeah, exactly.
Or they could newer ones go there.
I was just gonna say, I think high res needs to start doing some recruiting on fucking Reddit.
Or just reading the post, because this dude's offering up free help.
Yeah.
He just gave it to him.
That looks so much cleaner than their actual one.
Well, the profile page is pretty much just that one on the left, but way bigger.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty much it.
It's like, okay.
Yeah. And I think that if they took the achievement side of it and they replaced it with the contracts and the missions that you're currently trying to do, like, you know, every time you log on, it's like win 6 games, play 4 games. Yeah. Put that on there, and then whatever the weekly challenges are, just list them right there on the right-hand side of the screen. It gets some of that clutter off of the main lobby menu and put it in a sub-menu. I think this guy killed it, man.
Legit, yeah.
I think that Callus GFX should be the first person that Broguecast follows on Twitter. He's got
following him.
He's got his Twitter name up here in the right-hand corner, at Callus GFX, and I think that we should follow this guy. Last but certainly not least, this is the this is going into a little extraction breakdown here, and I saw this earlier today, and I had to post it in here. This is by at seven. I can't pronounce it, dude.
Just show it.
Sevenaria, 6241. So it says tactical run and gun, and then tacticals marked out. It's got a line through it. Clever.
Run and gun.
Like, dude, why would you even decide to change extraction into a limited time mode? There are only 2 non-respawn modes, 3 if you include dodgeball, but in the game. And you have decided to take out extraction. So non-respawn modes, extraction, demolition, and wingman. Respawn modes, arms race, wingman, strikeout, team deathmatch, king of the hill, dodgeball, strikeout, and then assaults in there. It goes on and on.
Yeah.
With all these respawn modes, one would think it would be reasonable to change strikeout into a limited time mode, but no. Extraction was short and sweet. Demolition is long but good. Both are fun in their own unique way, and I switch between these two depending on my mood. Now, before you all flood the comments saying respawn modes take skill, I agree, but does it punish you though? If you mess up, you will be like, oh no. Anyway, but in
I'm back.
Yeah, but in
Hammer be back.
Yeah, in non-respawn modes, it's only oh no. That's it. So you will play more carefully. Guys. Yeah. I'm gonna call you Siva. I
think it's Savannah Rye.
That sounds good. That's better than whatever I was trying to say.
Yeah.
I've been sitting here trying to fucking phonetically pronounce it.
Yeah. Savannah Rye. I like that. So this dude like pretty much hit the nail right on the head.
Man, that's what we were saying.
Yeah, that's what we were saying in the beginning.
I mean, and he doesn't even go into all the respawn modes, all the limited time modes or anything
There's
like
so
that.
Many.
He kills it here, man. And I think that I hope that the developers take notice of this, because whenever I saw this, I just took a screen cap of it and that was it. I didn't read the comments or anything, but I hope someone takes notice of this and at least incorporates some other, non-respawn mode into the game, whether it be extraction or a variation of extraction itself. Like, we need 2 non-respawn modes and 2 respawn modes. That's it. They should have done 6v6, whether it's King of the Hill, Team Deathmatch, they can swap them out. Demolition be the same, Strikeout be the same, and then either have extraction or a variation of extraction.
I highly feel extraction will come back as a full-time mode.
You think so?
I hope so.
I think once it'll get removed and like people realize like how much they miss extraction and how much of a game mode it is, they will be like, no, y'all need to bring that back. Blah blah blah. Make a big deal about it. They'll go on Reddit, wherever they need to go, make a big deal, make the changes.
Here's the thing: like, if I'm gonna get on there and play by myself with no team, I'm playing extraction.
I play extraction.
I'm not playing demolition
for sure.
So what are the new guys gonna do when they get on? They need to. That's extraction's like it's to test the waters.
It's kind of like force them to play strikeout.
It's forcing them.
I wouldn't mind.
Don't worry, you come back.
I wouldn't mind seeing dodgeball becoming a full-time thing.
That was fun.
Because it's respawn, but like I said, under conditions.
That's technically respawn.
A little more skill involved in that.
Yeah.
That's the only thing. I would like to see it on bigger maps.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
I didn't like it on those maps.
Well, could you imagine?
Not terrible maps, but I mean.
But could you imagine a 6v6 dodgeball mode though?
Oh, that'd be
on a big map.
And then just doing on the big maps.
I mean, that would be really fun. That would be very fun. It would be very tactical, and it would be.
It gives the maps, instead of it just being only on demolition, like it gives the maps more.
You don't even have to make new maps. Just use the maps you got.
Use the maps you got. Yeah.
Instead
of having to make separate maps for separate game modes.
I really did like that game mode a lot, so I'm gonna suck the dick every time it gets brought up.
Yeah, and it sucks that it's being removed from the game, but at the end of the day, I guess that they think that I guess they think that they're making the right decision, and we'll see. Like, time will tell. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
We've seen things reverted the day after the updates come out. We've seen things
get over it.
Yeah, go downhill really, really quickly within a week's time. So
here come the hot stepper.
Yeah, right. So that's all the community stuff that I have. I think it was a successful first episode. What do you guys think?
Man,
I enjoyed it.
Except for the beginning, I didn't introduce Griffin, but
we'll let it slide this time. Yeah,
I like how like an hour and a half later he's still hung up on it.
I'm still on it. I'm on it.
We could fix it in post, but he's going to leave it in.
No, we're going to leave it.
It's going to be real funny the next time he fucks it up again.
And I'm here with Griffin 256.
Yeah, right.
Go all robotic. Griffin 256.
I mean,
that'd be the intro.
Sound like a fucking was it Speak and Say? Those last things.
Oh my god! Right. So yeah, guys, thanks for checking out the very first episode of Broguecast. We're going to be coming at you every other week with a brand new Broguecast where we're going to be looking at any of the changes coming into the game, and more importantly, we're going to be looking at the community involvement in the game. So if you have anything that you want to contribute to the show, please be sure to tweet at us. Please be sure to send us an email. Join the Discord server and drop it in the Discord server. Leave comments on the video. Get a hold of us in any way that you can. That way we can feature it on the video.
Wait, what was the line, dude? The unofficial? Yes.
What
was the line?
So Broguecast is the unofficial Rogue Company podcast.
That's it.
I love it.
I'm going to go back in and put that in at the beginning of it. You know what I'm saying?
Because that's funny.
In there. Yeah.
That's awesome.
That's got to be the intro from now on.
Yeah. That's part of it.
Officially unofficial.
Yeah. So,
always open up with that line.
Yeah. Got to. But yeah, guys, thanks for watching. If you haven't subscribed, please consider doing so. And if you have any feedback, please be sure to get in contact with us. Thanks for watching, guys.